This is a video series from Blue Craftsman. We have a web video that we are rebroadcasting, and we're going to start that web video at this point in time.
Hello and welcome to Google Places training. Here we're going to show how to claim your Google Places page, and it's very important because if it's not claimed, then either somebody else can claim it, or you're essentially missing out on a huge opportunity that you've got in the marketplace to capture your visitors. So basically, when we talk about Google Places, the essential thing to keep in mind is that it's the map with all of the icons on it. And the reason that it's so important is because it's the one part of Google's database that is specifically targeted for local search. And being a local business, it's super important to be in that database and to really rank well in that database. And the big part of Google Places is you want to be in this group of 7 websites. It's called the 7-pack. And there's actually specific ways to get into that 7-pack. Now you'll notice on most local searches, this is just a search here in our local area for restaurants, you'll notice that the first 3 results do not have those maps icons. Now what these are the optimized natural search results. Okay, so this right here, when you see the everything tag under Google search, this is what Google calls their blended search. This has the natural organic listings that are just optimized websites, and then it also has the maps listings. Okay, and after you get to those 7, then you've got more natural search listings. But what we're concerned for is if you go into more and then click on places, you'll actually see only the Google Places listings. Okay, so at least that's how it's weighted. These are more natural search results, but if you click on places, then you're actually going to see mostly the places listings. So it's super important to be in the top 7 listings, and that starts with having your listing claimed. So let's take, for instance, if we click here on the reviews for this restaurant, we just click on the reviews, we're actually going to go to their places listing. Now, the really astonishing thing about this is not a claimed listing, because if it did, it would have a green check mark, and it would say edit this place with a check mark, and then it would say owner verified listing. The key thing is on this, you'll see in a Google Places listing, it brings in the customer reviews from everywhere on the web. It will link to different outside websites, where in this case the menu is featured. It has different information in there as far as where it's nearby, and you could have different other keyword type of things that are related to your business. So this is really a nice opportunity that Google provides, and you'll see a lot of marketing places, or maybe you've even been contacted by many different marketing companies that will charge you just for claiming your listing. And I'm going to go into that. I'm going to go into why it's actually very important for you to claim your own listing and for you to own your Google Places page as much as that's possible. So here we go, and let's get started. Okay, so here we are in the sign up page for Google Places. Okay, on this screen, I'm giving you this URL, and I'd like you to sort of pause the video and go to this URL right now, and we're going to claim the listing together so that you can do this step by step. So you just very simply go to http://google.com/local. Come on back. We can actually claim our listing. And what we want to do to start off with is, in that phone number box, just simply enter in your business phone number. And then, of course, with your country, if you're not watching this in the United States, just change your country there in the drop-down box to your country. And then you're going to come up with a listing or not. Okay, so if you've put in your phone number and you click the Find Business Information, it'll either return a result or it'll tell you you don't have a result in Google Places as of yet. Okay, so if it returns a result, you're going to see that little red map icon with your business name and information there. And I have grayed this out just because this is client information and I do protect the privacy of all of my clients. And we're going to go to the next screen on that. Now if you don't see your listing, just click on Add a New Listing, and you're still going to go to the next screen that I'm about to show you. Okay, so here we are in the next screen, and we're, again, the information is going to be somewhat filled out. If in fact you already have a listing, some of this information will be there already, like your address, your name of your company, and so on. What I encourage you to do is, if it's already completed and filled out, I really want you to take note of exactly what it says and make any corrections, of course, but it's very, very important that the information between all of these different directories and places online exactly matches everywhere else. So I would really encourage you to edit this and then make that your master copy of what you're going to take and use on other places should you decide to develop other things like Bing Local, Yellow Pages Local, and any of the other different business directories that are out there. So we just want to make sure their information is correct. Go ahead and put that in there. Your email address, your website. If you don't have a website, this is an outstanding time to get one because all of these things are interrelated. And then in your description box, you might be inclined to just put something really basic, but actually this is a tremendous opportunity. You've got 200 characters to talk about your business. There are different opportunities there where you can put in keywords. You can really make this something that's very highly optimized, and I encourage you to do that. Now, your category is a very important thing. What you might have choices between are, let's say, for instance, that you were a dentist, and you're going to type in dentist, but you also see some choices drop down on the drop-down menu where you can put in things like cosmetic dentistry, or you can put in dental clinic. And so you really want to make sure that this first category is your primary category of what you really want to put out there in terms of what you're representing your business to be. Because the other categories that you're going to put, and you have up to 5 categories that you can add here, the other categories, even though they're listed as separate categories within your page, and as they're presented here, as you can see, as you click Add Another Category, you're going to be able to add additional categories. Well, they all look like separate, equal categories, but the way Google actually thinks of those is those are subcategories to the first one that you entered. So it's really important that that first one is right, okay? So go ahead and put that in. And then in the next box, you have to make a determination if all of your customers...
It's really important when you select your first category that that's the primary category. You want this right here to be your first primary category. Every category after that is a subcategory.
Come to your business location, or if you serve customers at their locations. And this is very important, okay? So obviously if you have an office or a practice of some kind or a restaurant or something like that, then you're just going to simply check, no, all customers come to the business location. So just go ahead and check that now. But if you run a business out of your home, or if you're using a postal mailbox or something like that, if you have a delivery business, a service-based business in people's homes, things like that, you would want to check, yes, this business serves customers at their locations. Okay, now if we have checked that, we have a couple of choices here, okay? It's very important that if you do not receive any customers at your business location, that you check the box that says, do not show my business address on my maps listing. Now in previous years, would actually be penalized, and you would not rank as well as a business that had their physical address in your Google Places listing. But in actuality, they've actually changed that. Google has actually modified that so that what they really want is for the information to be accurate. So if you're using a postal mailbox or P.O. box or anything like that, where it's not your physical business location and you're not receiving customers there, then it's very important that you click off "Do not show my business address on my Maps listing," because if Google ends up checking on this, and you might receive a phone call that says, "Do you receive clients at your business location?" and you say no, they say thank you very much, and they hang up the phone, and you think nothing of it. But what has just happened is that they've gone into your Google Places listing and they've de-indexed your listing. They've taken it away. So it's very important that you check this one little box. It's a tiny little box and seeming inconsequential, but it's really not. It's very important. So
the databases that we deploy you into from the Blue Craftsman and the Snapsurance products will call you and ask you if you serve customers at that location or not. If you are a contractor, most likely you will not serve customers at your location. It is important that you tell them that you do not have customers at your location. If you are an insurance agent, you must tell them that you handle customers at your location. If you goof up on any of these information questions that are asked of you after the sign-up process of BusyCall or Snapsurance, it will destroy your listings. I repeat, if you do not serve customers at your location, please mark that. It will hide your address. There will be no penalty for that.
Then our next thing is the distance from the location. And you can put different things in here. If your service area is within, I recommend 30 miles is a sort of a sweet spot for optimization. But if you want something more targeted, or if you just want to do certain zip codes, that's fine. You can just target in those list of areas served and just place the different zip codes with commas that you want to target. Okay, so that's the difference between those different things, and I hope that's clear. The next couple of things, the hours of operation and the payment options, are really not from an SEO benefit. They really won't help you or hinder you in terms of an SEO benefit, but so just put those in there. Whatever is accurate for your business is fine. Now, if you've gone this far, you are actually ahead of most of the businesses out there who have not even claimed their listing. So at this point in time, I want you to submit this for Google's approval, and then you're going to be taken to a page where you're going to have a choice of verifying by phone or verifying by postcard. Now, in some cases, you may only have the postcard option, and that's the way it is. But if they give you the telephone option, then I would say to choose that, because it's an instant verification, and it's obviously much faster, and you can do other things with your page after you have it verified. Now, the other thing I'll share with you is that the photos and the video section of your Google Places listing is possibly the most important part of your Google Places listing, next to your offer that you have an opportunity to create, like a coupon, a monthly offer, as well as the description and the categories. All of these different things within the Google Places listing work together, and all of that works together with your website and with all of the other reviews online about your business, as well as your mobile website. So it's really important that all of these things work together and moving in the same direction consistently, and sharing the same data across all of those different things. Because if something is not working in tandem with everything else, it ends up harming your overall ranking and your overall standing. And what we really want, again, is to get into that 7-pack in Google, and really the only way to do that is to have the optimized photos and the optimized videos, as well as all those other things. with you is you have an option here to add the photo from your computer or add the photo from elsewhere on the web. And I would say to you to never, ever, ever add the photo from your computer, because you lose out on about 95% of the benefit of having the photos in your Google Places listing. So
this is really important. My time at Google has taught me that geotagging is the most important part of the search engine optimization process. If you do not geotag your photos from the web, your search engine optimization from your website across the board, all your other sites, will hurt. You'll have to spend a lot of money to get up into the organic listings on the SEO. Now, Blue Craftsman, we know exactly how to do this for you on your listings and on your Blue Craftsman listings. This is one of the most important things. It's proprietary to Blue Craftsman that you have. Now, further videos after you make your purchase of your Blue Craftsman listing and your Google Places pages, we'll get into that. You'll be able to watch that video. You can either do it yourself or you can have us do it. Either way. But right now, the whole World Wide Web has changed. What you knew last year in 2011 is not the same as it is in 2012. Everything is geo-IP based.
That's just a big tip on that, and I do hope this information...
We'll go on to the next video series.